Hello Scorpio, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Scorpio for the middle of September. Now do keep in mind, this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, Scorpio, let's go and see what we have here. Now I'm using the Gilded Tarot as well as the Angel Answers Oracle deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below if you'd like to pick them up for yourself. All right, let's go and get all the cards out here. Now do hit that like button and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow in a big way. And let's go ahead and take 1, 2, 3 of these Oracle cards. Let me make sure we're all set up here and in view, and then we'll get right into it. Okay. All right. I think that looks just about good enough to me for right now. Scorpio, energy on the bottom. You have the Three of Cups. So, definitely like the Three of Cups showing up here for you. Three of Cups is really a good card in it, like on its own. It is a card of joy, celebration, happiness, parties, good times with others. You can see the three friends or the three sisters here dancing on the cups above. The cups are overflowing and spilling over. That is seen as a good sign or a good symbol in the tarot. And so this can be a really fun period of time. The Three of Cups can also refer to your social circle. Okay, so the people that you kind of hang out with, the people you keep your company with, can be like family members as well, but it's people that are close to you and people that you enjoy kind of celebrating with, and also people that you can be vulnerable with as well. That is the kind of Three of Cups energy. When negatively aspected, it can represent a third-party situation. I just don't see that here. I don't see any of the classic combinations that you would find here, and so I think the Three of Cups in this case is a really good sign for you. And so let's just try to get some additional messages here. So in the overall situation, you do have the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands can refer to burdens. You can see that this person's kind of carrying the weight of the world on their back. They are shouldering a heavy load here, and they're also walking uphill, which is obviously making this even more of a struggle or more of a challenge here for this person. And this can come forward when you are feeling overwhelmed. You know, what's possible here is, just to be clear, I do not see anything related to like cheating or like anything like that. I just don't see a lot of romance energy in this reading right now. It just seems like if you're here and you're watching this, romance is probably, or love is probably not your like top thing right now. There's probably other things going on. So what could be going on here is with the Ten of Wands and the Three of Cups, there could be other people that, like are maybe burdening you. There could also be, I think that there's probably one person, okay? I think that there's maybe one person here that's making you feel overwhelmed, or you feel overwhelmed by one person. And this person would be someone from the past, because you have the Six of Cups. I'm going to talk about this some more as we go along, but some of you may be taking friendship inventory. I got a really good energy from the Three of Cups, and so the way that I'm trying to describe this is, I think that some of you have a lot, like an abundance of friends, like you have a lot of friends. And I do think that there's maybe like one or two connections, probably one, that you're looking to, that you've outgrown. The truth is that we do outgrow connections. We do outgrow friendships. And that certainly could be the case for some of you. Now, on a different level, my apologies for the notification sound there. On a different level, it's Mercury retrograde, Scorpio, work with me here. And so on another level, the thing is that some of you could be just like, you're doing well, like you have good social life, good social situations going on, but there's another area of your life here where you're feeling some burdens in your life. So I think that those are kind of the two scenarios that are kind of playing out in this reading. In the problem position, you have the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is about someone from the past. Like I said, I think you have, some of you here, if you're in the one storyline, some of you have outgrown a connection, you've outgrown a friendship, or maybe even a relationship, but I think you've outgrown a connection to somebody. And you can have love in your heart for this person, but that doesn't mean that you have to spend your time with them. And that's the thing, where you can set a healthy boundary and have love for that person and have love for the times that you've had as friends or family members or whatever it is, and also recognize that that's not where you are now. And I think maybe some of you are feeling a little bit burdened about that. I know it's very specific. On the other end here, there's another burden from your past that is, if you're in the other storyline, there's another burden here from your past that I think is showing up in the cards right now pretty heavily here with the Ten of Wands and the Six of Cups for sure. And for some of you, this may be material. And for some of you, this may be material. The reason being is because in the past, you have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is about financial events potentially happening. Now, again, this is not something I'm forecasting. This is something that I think you've been dealing with. This can refer to you getting word of some type of financial information or an event related to your material situation or financial situation happening. It's typically good. The thing is, there's burden. There's this energy of burden here. And it's almost like there's this energy of, this is something that you've been kind of working with for some time here with the Six of Cups in the problem position. This is not a new situation for you. This is something that you've been kind of working through. What's also possible is some of you are overworked here. You're overworked with the Ten of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles showing up. And this could have been the case for some time. Like this may be something that you've been dealing with for some time. And some of you may need to catch your breath, because what could be happening is maybe some of you need to go like celebrate or enjoy yourself or go on a trip or travel or, take vacation or whatever it is here. And, this could certainly be the case where some of you have been like overworked, overwhelmed, stressed out, whether it's related to a person or related to your actual work. There's some sort of burden here that you need a break from, is what I feel like saying. Now, in the future, you do have the High Priestess. What's interesting here is in the future, the High Priestess could be a way shower. This is somebody who helps open your mind. This is somebody who can peel back the layers and help you see something in a new way. So the High Priestess can be somebody who delivers important information to you, but this would not be like a professor. This would be like somebody who is, you can think of like maybe like a therapist, or maybe like a coach, or somebody that helps you see something in a different way that you don't find through a textbook or through traditional formal research. This is somebody who shows you the way, okay? This is a way shower type of energy. Now, on another level, if it's not a person stepping in, the High Priestess says, trust your gut and really, really, really listen to your intuition at this time, Scorpio, because it is the biggest card of intuition in the tarot. And so some of you know how to handle this burden here, okay? Some of you, you're dealing with this burden, you know how to handle it. It's just a matter of trusting yourself and trusting that you can find that answer here with the High Priestess. So, yeah. Now, in your thoughts, or on your mind, or in your thoughts here, you do have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is all about being at a fork in the road. And this can say, well, there are a couple things with this Two of Wands. It can say that some of you are kind of in this period where you are researching, you're planning, you're playing the waiting game. You're kind of getting ready for the next level. It's like gearing up to get to the next level, if you will, in your life or your career, or maybe in your connections or your friendships, since we've been talking about that here in this reading. But this can really say that some of you need to choose between two options or between two paths here. Some of you are feeling burdened about this choice that you have to make. In the subconscious, what you can't see, or the hidden, you do have the Magician card. This is the card of Mercury, of course, star of the show right now here in September, Mercury retrograde. But the Magician is really about recognizing that you already possess everything that you need to be a major success or to be a major manifester in your life. you can see that they have all of the tools in the palm of their hand, and they can use these tools to bring something into their life. Again, so for you, there's a situation with a burden here showing up, and it's like, I think some of you may need to understand that you can handle this. Like, you are confident enough, courageous enough to handle that burden or that situation. The High Priestess and the Magician, this is the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine, number 1, number 2. So you are taking a balanced approach to your situation. Remember, we all have the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine within us, and so you are taking a really balanced approach, a healthy approach here to this burden. And I think, especially if you're in the storyline where you're maybe dealing with a connection that you've outgrown, I think some of you are taking a healthy, balanced approach to that. And I think also some of you are really, really here looking at the energy you expend on career and work matters. Now, in the staff, in the direction that you are headed, in your current influence, the way that you influence the situation, you have the 9 of Cups. So you love to see this card. The 9 of Cups is all about joy, celebration, happiness, similar to the 3 of Cups, but even more so. This person, actually more than that, this is about emotional contentment. This person is just feeling good. I mean, look, they're throwing their cup in the air. Presumably there are customers in their pub here, in a small business. The cups are upright, which is a good sign. And for this person, their wish has been fulfilled. Okay, and so the 9 of Cups is also about wish fulfillment in the tarot. And so I really like what's going on in the direct. You are clearly headed in the right direction here, Scorpio. If this reading is for you and you're resonating with this, it seems like you are on a really nice path here in your situation, in your life. In the external situation, or the external influence, you have the 10 of Pentacles, which is major abundance. It's one of the most abundant cards in the tarot. You can see it's like the chest at the end of the rainbow, or the end of the journey for the hero, which is you in the tarot. And this says, also, you look here, you see the sun symbolism as well in the chest, which is interesting. I don't really point that out, but the sun is a major sign of happiness. And so when you get the 10 of Pentacles, it can say that this is like, it's one of the Empire cards that I would consider. It's one of the cards I consider to be an Empire card, meaning whatever you're building now, you're building out like your legacy, you're building out, your empire, you're building out something for the long haul. And I definitely feel like, removing some burdens here, that's really enabling you to build something out better, or build something out stronger for yourself, or it gives you more breathing room to get this legacy kind of rolling, or whatever you're looking to do here. I think removing some burdens really will help you at this time. In the hopes and fears, you do have the 2 of Swords. You're looking for clarity in your life, okay? This person needs to remove the blindfold so that they can see what is right in front of them. And the other thing is, this can be a card of conflicts in communication. There is a communication situation here. Some of you are looking to set boundaries. Some of you feel like your hands are tied, or you feel like you're in a deadlocked situation with a person where, like, I feel like it's more internally for you. I feel like you have something to say to them, and maybe you're struggling to find the right way to say it, but you definitely have energies here that would suggest to me that you know what to say. It's just a matter of saying it. In the outcome, you have the 9 of Pentacles, which is your freedom. This is your independence as a person. This is one of my favorite cards as well. The 9 of Pentacles says that you can stand on your own 2 feet, Scorpio, and you have built something for yourself that is long lasting, with the 9 of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles showing up here in the staff, especially with the 9 of Pentacles in the outcome. And so, yeah, it's a major energy of financial independence and just your independence and freedom as a person. Let's go and take a look at these 3 tarot cards here. So we have the Hierophant, we have the 6 of Pentacles, and we also have the 4 of Swords. All right. So the Hierophant is anything that is traditional in your life. So this can be like It can be like universities, like learning in a formal way, even though I said I don't think you are. I think you're learning in a non-formal way, which is, I think, very good at this time in the collective. I just feel like there are so many different ways to learn outside of higher education. But, you know, this is also a card of marriage. And, you know, I just feel like some of you, there's been like a connection that you've had for a long time. It might not even be marriage, it might be friendship. But you've outgrown a situation here. As I said at the beginning of this reading, you have this Six of Pentacles, which is all about like balance, and specifically spiritual and material balance. And so recognizing that money's not everything, but there's like a whole lot out there for you to discover. And the Four of Swords, like I said, the Four of Swords is about rest. And I feel like I said, some of you are burdened and overwhelmed, and I think some of you might need some rest or something like that, quality rest. Yeah, so you have communicate clearly, improving health, and no. So this is very clear to me that some of you do need to set a boundary. I would really recommend approaching this situation with love. Okay, I know that sounds phony or corny or whatever, but like, it's very easy right now in September to say something that we later regret. And so try to set a boundary with love, and after that, recognize that it's up to the other person to handle that situation how they need to handle that. And as long as you do the right thing, then you'll feel good, and the other person will eventually get closure and clarity as well. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I will see you in the next reading.